Mehdi, welcome back to Uncensored. Listen, you and I have talked about this war in Gaza for ever since it started, this phase of the 75-year conflict. And I have resisted going as far as you have done in your criticism of the Israeli government. I resist no more. I think we've reached common ground about what we view is happening and has been happening through this period of this blockade, which frankly is just starvation of the people there, including so many innocent young women and children. And I think that the incessant bombing and killing, and we don't know how many civilians have been killed, but it is on a daily basis. It looks like hundreds of people every day, with no apparent attempt, it seems to me, to have any real plan for how this ends or what happens when it ends, other than if you look at what Smodrich has been saying, probably the most right-wing member of a very right-wing government, he is talking in a genocidal language about kicking all the Palestinians out. So I think you and I have reached a place in the last few weeks where we are in agreement. But
there you go. He goes on to ask a question there. That's just the setup. There's two other clips I want to play. They're not very long, but they are Mehdi Hassan at his finest. Yeah, I do have that kind of, someone said Darth Vader. It's like Darth Vader saving Luke Skywalker from, who was the name? Was it Emperor?
Palpatine.
Palpatine, is that who it was? And I don't think we should be ungracious to kind of, or to now say, well, fuck you, you took so long. But what we should do is be cautious. It's a little bit like when the government does something we support. We're going, yeah, that's a good move to make government, but we still don't trust you. Like all the other things, we still don't trust you. Piers Morgan has been historically bad on Trump and graded him on a curve. He's been pretty good on most international things, on Russia and Ukraine. But as we see with many conservative right-wingers, Israel seems to be the thing that enables them to ignore their consistency in maybe some other areas when it comes to things like free speech and that. He says he's moved across, and I think it's gone. I didn't mark it, but I think someone in the chat just said he's now on a 90-day trial, which I think is fair. Let's see what you now do in the next 90 days, Piers. What are your thoughts, Chewie?
I saw another comment. So the chat's moving so fast, so I didn't get a chance to star it. But Piers's comments there of like, I think we've finally arrived in the same place. And that was a perfect opportunity for Mehdi to say, motherfucker, I haven't moved.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm in the same place as day one. You have arrived to me.
Yeah.
But yes, it's one of those things, and we will see people, like we've seen this happen in the US with Trump supporters finding out that Trump actually isn't there for them. And we are going to have this as people realize what a bad government this is that the first human reaction is to go, I fucking told you so.
Yeah.
When it should be, welcome, you have a lot of time to make up here.
Yeah, I think I actually quite like what you're saying there, Chewie, because I think that if, people, I mean, just think wherever you sit politically, right? Let's think about most people watching are probably okay, and I'll say the word, with a vaccine. I know that some people don't like that word, but are okay with it. When someone who isn't comes over and goes, I was wrong, you don't go, back you go. When a literal flat earther finally acknowledges that the globe is a globe, you don't kick him to the curb. But because this is so serious, right? This is not believing a theory that's wrong on the flat earth. This is ignoring a genocide of people for the past, 2.5 years, 18 months, 2.5 years? For
that's
so long
that
I forgot.
For someone that's in the
aside.
media.
Yeah.
There's someone that's in the media and has the resources and the context that he has.
Yeah.
He has taken a very long time to arrive there.
Yeah.
So what is he going to do with his enormous platform now?
That's what it's about.
He's going to stand up and amplify exactly how the Zionist state has misled him for 2 years. Show us the lies.
Yeah.
Like lots of us have already seen them and identified the lies, but lots of them will still be further down the trail than from where he is now, of going, no, this is justified. The Israeli state doesn't lie to me. And you know, it's all because of October 7th, and nothing happened before that. You know, what is Piers going to do to bring people to where he is now?
Yeah. Because he's got
Proof
the
is in the pudding.
platform. He's got the platform. He doesn't really have the voice because, you know, the new expert, the new person is not the expert, but he's got the platform, and it'll be interesting to see. He's had a lot of, you know, blood on the floor debates with this in the last couple of years, where he has typically sided with the Zionist more. I'm wondering, will we see those debates disappear? Because then he doesn't have to side with the Palestinian side, or if he's consistent, will we see those debates, and often those debates are a show, continue, and then we'll see what he's got to say. So I like what you've said, Chewie. I think congratulations, welcome to the light side. We are 40 miles into the marathon. You're on the start. Look forward to you catching up. That sort of thing. Do your best to catch up.
And again, just to really hammer this point, we're using Piers as an analogy here for the people in our lives that might catch up with us at some point, whether that's on a more local issue like what this government is doing. Maybe they don't think it's so bad. They'll catch up with you eventually. Just be there.